Man, what's up, baby? What's up? Look, a little different today. Y'all know me. I do not judge because you know what? To me, you should just never cast stones. We're never all perfect. We're never gonna be perfect. But this one here kind of has a little twist because it was actually really close to home. So there was a zebra spitting cobra that got loose in Raleigh, North Carolina. I mean, right up the way from me, right? So I sit here and think about all these laws and regulations and stuff across our country, right? I think about how so many people are against, people like me, right? I have 15 reptiles. People are against that. They don't understand it. They don't agree with it. They think either they should be in a zoo or they should be in the wild. And they don't really look at the reasons why. You know, someone like me has them for the education so that I can bring them to you, so I can show you how beautiful they are. You know, you got people like Chandler's Wildlife that handles a ton of venomous snakes, but he's so cautious, right? I watch him all the time. I mean, he has a amazing respect for these venomous creatures. I look at a lot of these guys. Tyler Nolan, you know, he free handles a little more than I probably would, but that's okay. But when you watch him, right? My point is that I don't think I'd ever see Nolan take his snakes outside, especially I would imagine, you know, he's got his big timber rattlesnakes, but you know, setting a zebra cobra on the ground. And the reason I say that is because I went through some of his videos and I feel like this kid, when I say kid, I use it lightly, right? I understand it's a gray area, but a 21-year-old kid that, let's make sure we talk about it, just took a bite from his green mamba and is honestly lucky to be alive, then loses a zebra cobra, within 4 months of each other. I've always looked at it like this. Something happens once, it happens. Something happens twice, maybe there's some red flags. Something happens 3 times, there's a problem. So here we are with this kid, you know, in my opinion, hitting twice. That's some red flags, especially when a 21-year-old has the amazing, honestly, from what I understand, it was a beautiful, amazing collection of venomous snakes. I have no problem with that. But then I start to think, how did he learn? Did somebody teach him? When I watch people like Chandler or people like Nolan or Brian and Jay and all these guys, when I watch them, they're showing you these beautiful venomous snakes, but they have never lost the respect. They've never lost, you can see it in their face, right? It's focused. I love the real Tarzan, right? Like you watch these guys and they know, right? This snake right here could kill me. I think I look at it like this. Venomous snakes are a lot like guns, right? Gun safety. When you teach somebody about guns, you don't say, hey, if you make a mistake, you could lose a finger, you could lose an arm. No. When you teach somebody about guns, right, you teach them that you make a mistake, someone dies, period. So then we look at venomous snakes. I think it's the same thing. I'm in a lot of these groups, right? You hear that all the time. These people are like, dude, you need a mentor. You need this, you need that. You need to be somebody that can handle this. So when I watch this kid's, you know, Instagram, and I think he only has one video on YouTube, to me, it was at first okay, but then he started to lay them down in the backyard. He started to do this, he started to do that. And to me, he lost his way of respect for a very dangerous animal, right, to showing off. Just my opinion. But because of that, right, I feel like, again, this was a huge story, especially in North Carolina. North Carolina has some of the most lax laws when it comes to reptiles. You know, it just is. I mean, I have my caiman, and as long as it's in a secure enclosure, which it is, then you're all good. The same thing with these venomous snakes, right? As long as it's in a secure enclosure. But that doesn't have anything to do with once you take them out. That doesn't have anything to do with, you know, what kind of training have you had in order to own a zebra cobra, right? Just a cobra in general. You know, I'll tell you right now, I am crazy as crap, but I would never own a cobra. Never, unless I have somebody that works for me, you know, Reptarium, maybe one day, right? That knows how to handle these beautiful, amazing venomous snakes. But again, I'm only making this video because I want to know what you guys think. Like, should things change? You know, I've never thought about it. Like, if you think about it, like, just think about the tegu, right? The tegu through Florida, Georgia, South Carolina? Is it going to make its way to North Carolina? You know how they're banning them, that you can't even own them. I mean, it's crazy. You sit here and I love my dude at Venom Central. I think it's cool. And he's in South Carolina. All the crazy stuff he has, right? So you think about it, you just come a little north and then you got a kid, 21 years old, all these venomous snakes. He makes a couple mistakes, bam, right? All these red flags start coming. So my question is, do you think something could be altered? Not necessarily to take away our reptiles. My gosh, no, I don't think anybody should ever lose venomous reptiles, size, whatever it is. But, you know, when you think about guns and things like that, you know, they're trying to amend it. Do you guys think, you know, when you look at a 21-year-old that had a multiple of very venomous, dangerous snakes, beautiful snakes. I think, from what I understand, his collection was amazing. And you think down the road of all these stories that have come up. What was it? That one guy, I can't remember the state he was in. He got bit, almost died. They went and looked, and the dude had like 88 venomous snakes, had babies. They took it to the zoo, Bronx. That's what it was. It was in the Bronx, right? Took it to the Bronx Zoo, and they were able to save a lot, and some people took some. They even said, man, this dude had a collection of snakes they never even thought or dreamed of seeing. And so I think it's amazing. I think if you're 21, that you can have venomous snakes. But what happens when you push somebody? I know 35, 40-year-olds that probably shouldn't even own venomous, dangerous. You know, when I say venomous or dangerous, I don't mean it like, I'm talking gray area, right? I mean, when you look at a reticulated python, I don't think that those should be anything. I just think that, you know, you better hope you got the land and the property to do it. But I'm just talking about these stories like this where it makes huge news, huge publicity, and then it starts catching the eye of those that are saying, see, I told you, this is why nobody should own these snakes. Look, like I say, don't judge me. Look, sometimes you get put on baby duty in the middle of making a video, especially when you're talking about something pretty serious, right? One day, this dude here, along with my other kids, are going to hopefully be just like you and I, advocates for these beautiful, amazing animals. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to put that out there. I'm just curious, like anybody's thoughts, because what's going to happen, in my opinion, which scares me, is that, you know, certain people, right? Nobody ever focuses on the huge, vast majority of the ones that do it right. They always focus on that one that makes a mistake, that one that does it wrong, that one that does it for the wrong reasons. And in my opinion, no offense to anything, I'm not going to get into it, but that just seems to be the world that we live in today. So what could we do? I'm just curious. Like I have some ideas, but I'm wondering what you guys think. You know, do you think something could change? Do you think there could be a countrywide laws or requirements or permits or things to own or to have in order to own these specific snakes? And because I don't want to have to lose any of my reptiles or have to go and spend a freaking fortune to keep them so that I can keep doing educational parties like many of you guys, you know, that do YouTube and do this and you know, and keep kids from just having to go to pet stores to see these animals, you know, or watch them on the TV, watching National Geographic. So I'm curious what you guys think about this. It was a sad story, but it has a great ending. Nobody got bit from the way it sounds. The Cobra found a little spot in one house and never even left that house. They had some Google guys come in, take care of the snake, remove him safely. So, you know, either way, it was still a good ending, but you know how it is. The media blows it all out of proportion. You know, zebra cobra, somebody's going to die again. But it doesn't matter what you and I think. It matters what everybody else thinks. Remember, perception is reality. People saw this story, said this is why people shouldn't own snakes. This is why people shouldn't own venomous snakes. This is why people shouldn't own reptiles. And I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want it to happen to us. I don't want it to happen to anyone because of the mistakes of a few. Let me know what you guys think. My dude here says, peace. Have a great day, baby.